Functions and duties of a California Notary Public Lesson 24 Signature by mark. In cases where a person is unable to write their name, they can still acknowledge their signature on a document or subscribe and swear to an affidavit by making a mark. This provision is established under California's Civil Code Section 14. When performing a notarization with a signature by mark, the notary public follows the necessary steps for the specific notarial act, such as an acknowledgement or jurat, and uses the appropriate form accordingly. Additionally, the notary public must confirm the identity of the individual making the mark through satisfactory evidence, as stated in California Civil Code Section 1185. For a signer acknowledging their signature on a document, the signer can make a mark in the designated place where their signature should be in the presence of the notary public, or the signer can acknowledge that the mark in the signature area represents their mark. It is important to note that the mark does not necessarily have to be an X. For a signer subscribing and swearing to an affidavit, the signer must make a mark in the designated place where their signature should be in the presence of the notary public. Again, the mark does not need to be an X. Two witnesses must observe the signer making their mark and sign their names next to the signer's mark on the document. One of the witnesses should write the name of the signer making the mark beside the mark itself. The signer must also make their mark as the required signature in the notary public's journal. The act of making the mark in the journal must be witnessed by another person, who must sign their name next to the mark and write the name of the signer beside it. The notary public themselves can serve as the witness for the signer's journal signature. The role of the witnesses is to verify that they witnessed the individual making their mark. The notary public is not obligated to identify the witnesses or have them sign their journal, except when the witnesses served as credible witnesses to establish the identity of the person signing by mark. In such cases, the witnesses' signatures must be entered in the notary public's journal.